Hello and welcome to FarmSpace. I have the privilege of being here with Christopher Havenga in his home on his farm just outside Boerboels. Now today we spend the whole day with the dogs, these Boerboels, and they won the Stoet of the Year award in other species. Now Christopher's been involved with the Brownies, Verona and some of the other Dormers and Meatmasters, but this is something special, something different, and we're here to find out exactly how he does it and what the way he thinks about stud breeding. Come, have a listen. Christopher, welcome to FarmSpace.
Yes, thank you, Tinus. Yeah.
Christopher, it's always a privilege talking to you. You've taught me so much, and I think you've taught a lot of people. But being a stud farmer over the years, how does dog breeding, and specifically Boerboel breeding, differ from any animal breeding, especially now that you're not going for meat quality or adding more meat? At this point, you're looking at specific traits, and what are they, and how do you breed for them?
Yeah, it's totally a different way of thinking and totally a different way of doing. I think dog breeding or Boerboel breeding is something, like I said, different. But at the end of the day, it's if you look at the bull, if you look at the cow, you look at whatever you want to look, it's actually the same thing. To really give you an answer on that, I think the main challenge is to breed dogs with good temperament and that is still good watchdogs.
Okay, I'm going to stay a little there. Looking at this as at your Boerboels and how you're breeding, your breeding policy, or the way you call that, your breed program for that matter.
Yeah.
What is it and how do you go about it?
Tinus, I believe in one golden thing that I believe in is really in the mother lines of what you're doing, in mother lines of what you're breeding. If you look at, I always say, if I go and buy a good male, I will look how the mother looks of that male puppy, how the mother, previous litter, the daughters of that mother, how they produce. So that will give you a good idea. What are you buying and where are you going? So for me, I'm looking always at the mother line, because it's a lot of people ask me, they want this big, heavy bone structure type of females, and in my kennel you won't find it. We have feminine type of females, and we're breeding out of them excellent males. So it's not always the big female that will produce good big males. It's that feminine type female that gets good movement, good temperament, a healthy type of female. That's the one that I'm focused on to breed good males.
Christopher, breeding in these sort of animals in South Africa for South Africa, but then for all over the world at this point, where do you guys export these to? I know that you've mentioned to me in the past that you do export some of them.
Yeah, we do export all around the world, and it's for me, it's always about my clients, and we try to produce good puppies, good dogs for our clients out there, and to stand behind my dogs. That's one thing that's very important for me, and I try to have a good relationship with my clients all over the world after they bought a puppy or a dog from me. So it's like everything. It's not easy. It's not. Otherwise, we all will be billionaires. Breeding is you work with nature. You work with genetics. You can put the best male to the best female, and it's not to say that you will have the champion male out of it. You work with genetics, and I always say to a lot of people, we actually don't know anything. We're just working with nature, but that's what it is.
Christopher, you started, so your history comes from Brownies, Verona. How did you become involved with the Boerboel breed, and how did you decide this is what I want to do?
Yeah, I think so. 7 years ago, we thought, well, we maybe get a nice watchdog on the farm. And we bought a female from Boerboels Boerboele in Coast van der Westen down in the Cape. And then when she arrived here, we see yes, there's something in this breed that I really like. And you know, I started to look at the whole society and what they're doing. And I said to Jenny, my wife, let's start doing the thing right. I mean, it costs you the same thing to just keep a ordinary watchdog. Let's get some good dogs. So we decided to buy that female, and so it just started to generate some new energy, and then we started, and we also bought a female from CDH Boerboele in close to the R. We used some of the best males available in South Africa to do the mating, so we didn't buy a male, we just bought some females on that time, and we drive all around the country to get the best out of the best males that we can use. And so that everything begins. And yeah, now we're here, and it's quite a big business. It's all a breeding program that we are running.
Christopher, lastly, before I let you go, how do people get a hold of you, and how do they get involved with something like Boerboel breeding?
Yeah, they can contact me on Facebook or in Instagram, and on my website or on email. So there's a few ways to get hold of me. You know, we are here to help and give my experience of stud breeding for what it counts. I'll always be here for help, to help somebody and to make the breed better. At the end of the day, it's not about us, it's about the breed. And lots of time people miss that thing. It's not about us, it's about the breed, about the Boerboel. That's my challenge, to focus on the breed and not myself. So yeah, that's more or less what we're doing.
Christopher, I've spoken to you a lot about dormers and boron, especially in the past. When you look at a dog, do I go, we always talk about that golden middle way. Yeah. Do you have the same thing here?
Exactly the same. We look at exactly the same thing that we do with the boron or the brown field or the dormers. It's a rule, golden rule. It's exactly the same. Top line, good movement, balance, depth, width. All that we're looking in the cattle is exactly the same in the dogs. And then some fine tuning in the dogs as well, that, you know, like health. We believe that our dogs, we do natural matings. We try as far as we can go on natural birth as well. We're very far from a vet, so everything must happen here. And I must say, I couldn't do this thing without my wife Jenny. She's running the whole kennel sometimes by herself. I'm a lot away with my work with the cattle, and so top breeding is not easy. It's a lot of work. It's hard work. It's during the nights. The people around that breeding dogs, they will know what I'm talking about. It's really hard work, and you must all the time stay focused.
Christopher, thank you for your time. Congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you,
on the super award, and like to talk to you again in the future.
Yes, thank you, Tinus. Appreciate it. Bye.
Okay, there you have it, Christopher Havenga, Boerboel Breeder of the Year. Something you can't take lightly. I've always said Christopher knows what he's doing when it comes to stud farming, and well, the award now proves it. Until next time, cheers.